Well, events at the handover of power in Afghanistan were the latest to embroil Boris Johnson. British soldiers worked day and night to evacuate thousands fleeing Kabul. But among those that the British government helped to get out were animals looked after by charities there. The Prime Minister had previously dismissed claims that he'd personally intervened as complete nonsense. But now an email has been published which suggests the opposite was true. And a witness has come forward to tell Sky News that he dealt with one of Boris Johnson's aides. Sky's political correspondent Kate McCann has this report.
August 2021, chaos at the airport in Kabul as military personnel battle to evacuate as many desperate people as possible. At home, a Prime Minister under growing pressure as a campaign to save over 100 animals and staff at a charity, Nowzad, takes hold. A cabinet row over priorities ensues. The Prime Minister repeatedly denies he stepped in to help bring them home.
I've had absolutely no influence on any particular case, nor would that be right.
But emails released today show the Foreign Office believed the Prime Minister was personally involved. A note from Zach Goldsmith's team reads the PM has just authorised their staff and animals to be evacuated. It was dated the 25th of August. The same date as a letter from Trudy Harrison, the Prime Minister's parliamentary private secretary, promising help for the charity. And Sky News can reveal tonight that Trudy Harrison also contacted a private charter flight company on the 25th to ask for their help to arrange a plane to evacuate animals and staff. She made clear she worked for the Prime Minister. Speaking anonymously, an employee of the company said,
"Our company was first contacted by Trudy Harrison on the 25th of August 2021. She introduced herself and said a Virgin Atlantic flight which had been lined up to help evacuate animals and people for the Nowzad charity had fallen through, and she wanted to help find another flight. The money was being provided by a private sponsor, but she said her boss was very keen to make sure something happened to get the animals out quickly. It was very obvious throughout that her request came with the clout to the Prime Minister, who she repeatedly called the boss. We knew she was the PPS to the Prime Minister, so that was very clear."
Dominic Dyer, who worked with Penn Farthing on the evacuation, says the Prime Minister did intervene.
So it's your understanding that on the 25th of August the Prime Minister directly intervened, and that's really when the blockages that you were struggling with were unlocked, if you like?
Yes, most definitely, and I've been very clear about that because we got our flight approval come through after the 25th of August. I know Trudy Harrison, the PPS of the Prime Minister that was helping us on the campaign team, reached out to the CEO of Virgin Atlantic, and we were just looking at different options that were available to us. In the end, thankfully, the charter that we were using did come through and we could get that plane on the runway.
Chris Bryant, a member of the Foreign Affairs Select Committee, says there are questions for the Prime Minister.
The very clear evidence is that the Prime Minister has not been telling the truth. We should have been making sure that we were prioritising the people who really needed our help, and that's clearly not what happened.
Trudy Harrison confirmed that she was in touch with the company and admitted she made clear who her boss was, but she denied the Prime Minister was involved in the evacuation. Tonight, more pressure on Boris Johnson's shoulders, more questions about how Number 10 operates. Kate McCann, Sky News.
The questions over Afghanistan.